What's up, North County? Welcome back to another Dog Pound here with Coach Dan Loney here at Atascadero, guys. Coach, are you excited for the season start?
Oh, I can't explain it. Super excited. It's been a long time coming. We're ready. We're ready to go. Coaches are ready. It's just we're excited. We got a bye week this week, but all the other teams in the county are going, and so you could just feel the buzz. You got the my hair in my arms standing up,
Right?
and super excited. Yeah.
So you guys finished off last season, pretty well. So tell me a little bit about the transition from last season, because you lost some starters. Your son, by the way,
Yeah.
he went off to college. So tell me how the transition from last season over the summer and then till now is.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the tail of the tape. Every year you lose guys and you ask guys to step up, and that's what we're doing right now. We're in that transition phase of figuring out who's going to be the guy to replace some of our starters from last year, and who's going to surprise us, who's going to step up, and so that's what we've been doing this whole off season. Is we've been in here since January when we came back, from that semester, winter break. And we've been in the weight room just kind of, pounding the iron and out on the grass trying to get faster. And so we've been doing that since January. And then, once spring hits, then we still continue to lift. And then we're out here, basically putting our base offense and defense during that springtime and giving everybody an opportunity to show what they got. So we've been just going nonstop during that time. And we've had a lot of kids step up, and really everybody's bought into becoming not only better as an individual, but better as a team.
Do you have any standouts that you're that are kind of in a battle position right now for starting positions?
Man, that's been awesome. That's been one of the things that we've been trying to kind of preach, is that we can still compete for a spot, but yet be teammates. And so everybody's been bought into that and competing every day, whether it's in the weight room or out on the field. So really we got spots. I hate to say we're battling at spots, but we got guys, we have two guys that really stepped in at our running back position in Bishop Rusko and Damon Mitchell. They're going to end up probably splitting time at that spot. And those are guys that, played a little bit last year in that spot, but we had the wrecking ball,
right.
And so at that spot. So, but they stepped up, and they're going to add a whole nother dimension to our offense right now. And they're also going to play defense as well. So those guys, quarterback position was Michael Trejo last year. We have another, he's a junior now, and Knopf, who just absolutely lit it up this summer. And so he's vying for.
Is that a surprise?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He had all the makeup. He's just this kind of skinny, lanky kid, and he's put on some size and some weight, and he's really worked hard at his craft at throwing the football and making the right decisions. And he's been really working close with our quarterbacks coach and Robert Elthorpe and our OC Tyler Lane. And so he's really done a good job. And so in the scrimmage we had against Napomo, he made some great plays. And so he's working his way into getting some playing time, and we're making packages for him and for his skill set. So that's been awesome. Our linebacker spots, we've had guys battling there. Seamus came in and did a great job of playing backer. Bedell stepping in and taking over basically my son's spot at bullbacker and our hand in the dirt tight end. And so we just got guys all over the place that are really stepping up. So,
well, you got obviously Atascadero's got a bye tonight, which was that planned, or that's what you wanted, the first week bye?
It's just, sometimes it's not always the best, and sometimes it's the greatest. It's just the way that the scheduling worked out, and you try to schedule it in a way that you think's going to help you out, and sometimes you're kind of at the mercy of who's going to play you and what spots are open at that time, and so it was just one of those things that ended up being just the only time we could pick somebody up.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of nice having an extra week to prepare for somebody, because we had a scrimmage against Napomo last week, and so we're able to kind of heal up and then kind of have an extra week of taking a step back and looking at where's our deficiencies, where are we strong at, what do we really need to work on this week going into our game week. So we kind of have an extra week to prepare. But on the flip side, you're also a week behind now, everybody. So,
Right.
They say, it doesn't matter how much you condition, and, you're never in that first game shape. So now everybody else is going to have that first game, and now they're going to have game 2, and that's going to be our game 1. So, it kind of sets you behind a little bit. So there's good and bads having that bye that first week. So
Dan, tell me a little bit about the tradition. So every year, you guys can't go into helmets and pads until a certain date. So you guys have practice at 12:01 midnight, so to speak, on the very first day of being able to go full pads.
yeah,
Tell me about that tradition.
yeah, that's something that Coach Cooper picked up, and he's done it for 15 years ago, maybe even longer. I think he picked that up for somewhere. There was a couple Texas teams that did it, and so and we're just kind of keeping that going. So yeah, we have the acclimation period, so we have to go helmets for so long, and then helmet shoulder pads for so long, and then when we're ready to put on pads, we kind of make it a big event, and we do it at midnight at 12:01, and it's kind of become our new tradition, and it's been awesome because every year more and more people come out.
So that's great that all the tradition comes out and all the parents come out and support, and the kids dig it. It's a great feeling. I wish, more teams would do that, because it really brings the team together, especially at 12 midnight to come out and play football.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's cool to see, how supportive the community is, and it's awesome because you see a lot of alumni come back, and they get into it, and they get on the sideline and get to see everything. So the kids really get to see the support from the community and the tradition that comes with it.
Well, you guys got a bye tonight. So what are some of the teams that you're looking at in your division that is going to be a tough battle?
That our league is tough from top to bottom. San Ynez is always good. We got Rigetti. It's just Pioneer Valley is going to be nails, and so it's just slow. Yeah, I mean, you just look down the line, and every one of those schools are well coached, are tough, and they're just going to be. It's going to be a rough go. I think it's going to be anybody's. Can be anybody's time during that, and to try to get the league, try to win league.
Well, not to put any pressure on you or anything like that, but there's an online football site that has kind of ranks all the different Division I down to Division whatever in California, and they've got Atascadero taking it all. How does that make you feel?
You know what? That's good. I mean, that means that we're doing something right, and that our school's doing something right, the program's doing something right, and the community's got our back, and so that means we're growing and doing what we're supposed to be doing, and I think our kids like that. I think they like to have the target on their back, and so we're going to see how that goes this year.
Well, right on, Coach. I know you got a bye tonight, so you're going to go watch some games, and I'm going to ask this prediction. We got Templeton and Edison tonight. Who do you got?
Oh, man, that's an easy choice. I'm going to take Templeton all the way. I know Coach Crow's going to have his boys ready to go, and it's going to be hard to score on Templeton. So looking forward to that.
Well, Coach, good luck. Can't wait for more from the Dog Pound here in Atascadero, and we'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys, make sure you guys come out here, support these teams out here, and go Greyhounds.